Hey friends, good morning from Towsley Canyon once again. I've decided to pick a new spot since my last secret spot was discovered. Right before I did the last Tarot Tuesday, I decided I'm gonna go find another spot, which I'm aware of. I know nobody's probably gonna walk by, so here I am. This nice little hub. As you can see, there's this beautiful oak tree back here. This is such a powerful oak. I love to sit back here and meditate. In fact, a fair amount of the next book that's coming, Be Still and Listen, was written right here. Like, I would come out here with my laptop and I would sit under this tree and this rock that's over here, and I would just write and channel what wanted to come through for that book. So welcome to my another secret happy place. Today's Tarot Tuesday is gonna be very interesting because today's Tarot Tuesday is without tarot cards. It's really funny. I bring a little bag that I pack all my phone and the little tripod and the cards in when I come out, since I've been doing this outside, and I could have sworn that I threw the tarot cards in the bag, but they weren't there. That's all good though. Luckily, I use the tarot cards as a crutch when it comes to doing Tarot Tuesday. Luckily, I do get psychic information, so I decided to do a tarot cardless Tarot Tuesday. So I actually got in my meditation today right here under the tree, and then I just asked for the same information. So the first card, the first psychic card, is going to be, what energy is bringing us into today's message. The second card is where are we in our strength and our power. The third card is going to be those unconscious influences that are sort of carrying us right now that we may or may not be aware of. They're unconscious, so we might not be aware of them, but this message will help you become aware of it. And then finally, the last card is going to be, or the last bit of information is kind of where we're headed at the end of the week and where this week takes us. So I did my meditation. I asked for what is the theme of this week, and it's trust your new self. Trust your new self is the theme of this week's tarot cardless tarot reading. Trust the new you. Trust the new self. Let's dive into the reading so that you get a sense of where that's coming from and how that's relevant. So when I asked, well, what energy is carrying us into this week, the image and the card that popped into my mind was the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is a card that talks about essentially trusting your inner vision. Trusting your own vision. Three is a creative number, so it's a number of creativity. It's wands, so we're talking about spirit, fire, passion. And it's a card that really talks about visioning and using your vision and trusting your vision, at the same time having people or influences around you that support your vision. So you may take counsel from other people, you may seek guidance or reflections from them, but at the end of the day, it's ultimately up to you to carry out and execute your vision. The Three of Wands is a very empowering card that really encourages us to step into our own vision, but along with that is be open to those forces that are there to support your vision. Again, they might guide, they might counsel, they might hold your hand through the process, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to honor what you're feeling, what your vision is, and taking action based on intuitively kind of what feels like the best course for you. So the Three of Wands is the energy that's carrying us into this week. Again, very congruent with the initial message of we need to trust our new self. So we know that we've been going through very much a season of transformation and change. It's shifting, and we've been shedding a lot of stuff. So we talk about it almost every week. There's some element that's the old behaviors, old patterns, old people, old things kind of passing away, and us being open to this new version of ourselves, this new, renewed, more authentic version of ourselves emerging. So it's not really a surprise that the message this week is trusting this new self, and that this first bit of information about what's carrying us into this week is relying on our vision, relying on our inner vision. And it may have support, it should have support, and it does have support. So look out for those resources and those people and those influences that really do support you and your own creative vision for your life and what you want to build for yourself, because the support is there and you have the vision to execute. The next bit of information that came through about what energy is strong with us. Again, a very appropriate energy and vibration that fits the theme of this reading, and that was the Father of Wands card popped into my mind. And the way I want to interpret the Father of Wands in this particular sense is whether or not you have realized this strength in yourself yet. The energy that is strong with us is the ability to kind of be the master of wielding our own energy. So when I think of the Father of Wands card, this is, it's a mature, masculine dimension of ourselves, meaning that it's, it can take action, it's action oriented. And it has to do again with energy, passion, spirit, creativity. It's a wands. And this is really someone who knows how to, I'm going to use the word manipulate, and I don't take it in the pejorative sense. To manipulate, is to influence, to persuade, to be able to, influence and persuade are probably the best words to use. It's about really harnessing your power and your ability to influence and persuade and create your reality. So this doesn't mean you're manipulating other people and all that kind of stuff. Again, it's not a negative sense. This is about understanding your power, right? Understanding your energy, what you bring to the table, what you're going to create, and wielding that with confidence, wielding that with mastery, and stepping into that power. So this energy is strong with us. So this is a good time. If you've ever feel like you're ready to like fly out the nest, like step off the ledge and give this a shot, like the power of stepping into a very confident, empowered version of yourself is going to be really present this week. So play with it, explore it, experiment with it, explore and experiment with it in little ways, explore and experiment with it in big ways, and see what happens. But make sure that it's rooted in that inner vision, that true vision that you're carrying, that's carrying you into this week. Make sure that it's aligned with that authentic sort of version of yourself that's being reborn right now, that it's not coming from a place of old patterns, old wounds, old behaviors. This is coming from a place of empowered, creative, an intuitive place in ourselves that wants to be expressed from a deep place. So really be open to wielding your energy and your power in that way. Again, because this energy is strong this week, I really want you to encourage you to experiment how you wield your power, how you wield your energy, and how you wield that in the direction, in total alignment with the highest vision, the highest thought you have about yourself, first and foremost, the highest thought and vision you have in collaboration with God's loving awareness, and then how that manifests itself in reality. There's another part to this message that's going to come at the end when we get to the end of the reading. So again, this is very much an internal state. This is more of an internal, a mental, a place coming from a place of consciousness. Your actions are going to be based on that power, and I'll explain more in a second. Unconscious influences. The thing that came up was a death card, and it was funny because on my hike today, it just made sense, and I'm like, I'm betting the death card. I would probably pull the death card today. It feels like we're in that season. And when I got the unconscious influences, that was immediately what emerged, and the death card in tarot always represents rebirth and renewal. It's the stripping away of all the old stuff that allows the new part of ourselves to blossom. It allows new life to take shape and to take form. So this is, again, unconscious influence. This is what's kind of processing in the background, whether you're totally aware of it or not. Is there has been a massive shift, and there has been a transformation, and it is the stripping away of all the old stuff. It's going to allow for the new to come in. So again, very appropriate in that we know that we're being, the thoughts, beliefs, behavior patterns, people, places, and things that do not serve us anymore are being stripped away, and they're kind of passing away, right? And that's going to create a new space, a void, so to speak, a blank slate, a blank canvas to sort of begin to paint with. And that's where the message of today, those initial cards like the Three of Wands and the Father of Wands, really comes into play, because it's about you stepping into your creative power and your potential, owning that in a confident way from this place of void, or from this blank canvas. You get to decide what colors, in the color palette do you want to paint with? What paintbrush do you want to use? What is this painting going to look like? You're the artist. You get to wield the paintbrush. So this week is really about is exactly that. Understanding, it's like picking your colors, picking your paintbrushes, picking the size canvas you want to use, and being confident in yep, this is exactly what I want to do, and this is what I create. This is where this is going. If we're allowing the support that was coming in with that Three of Wands, finding those people who are not going to dictate to us what to do, but are going to support our vision. They might provide, wise counsel and wise reflections, but at the end of the day, they're going to let you walk your path. Those are the supportive forces we want to allow in this week, to trust, again, trusting our new self, allowing the supportive forces to trust the new self, because all that is helping shepherd you through this transition, for this transformation, right? As the process of death and rebirth are taking place at this unconscious level, we're welcoming in this new energy that's going to basically be it's going to be the vessel that carries you into this next phase of life and into what you're going to create. So be aware of that. Yes, things are still passing away. You are still very much in process and in transition. But this week is a good time to really allow in the new colors, the new paintbrushes, the new canvases, so to speak, the tools, the people, the resources that support your new vision. This is a week to really step into that and wield what you know in a deep way, with confidence, to not doubt it, trust it. Finally, the last bit of information that came through about where we're headed in this week, you got the High Priestess card. I love that this came through at the end of this reading, because what the High Priestess entails, we talk about it. I know it's come up in other readings, and very often this goes to mysticism, the divine feminine aspect of ourselves that knows how to be still. Knows how to be still and listen, so to speak. The name of the new book. We talk about trusting our intuition. The way this shows up for me today, the way I really want to interpret that image in my mind when it came up, is beingness. Beingness. The thing about the reason why the High Priestess is so powerful in the tarot and as an archetype is she is okay allowing things to slowly reveal themselves. She's okay allowing the mysteries of the universe and creation to take place in their own time and to reveal themselves in their own way and in their own time, for our highest good and for the highest good of all involved. So there's a real depth of beingness that comes with the High Priestess card, and I want to offer this up as kind of like the perfect counterbalance to the very energetic Father of Wands that we were talking about earlier, about being able to, using your energy and learning how to sort of manipulate and create your reality from this very empowered, strong place. It's energetic, when I think of the Father of Wands, I almost think of like a junior version of like the magician. It's like this close to the archetype of the magician it gets, I think, in the regular suits. So we have this very active, expressive, confident, powerful energy in the Father of Wands, and I think the counterbalance to that is we own that part of ourselves fully in our own beingness, in our own consciousness, and the message of the High Priestess is to be in that, to sit there and allow what is going to support your vision, like you're going to draw it to you. So basically the Father of Wands is asking you to be like a bright light and a beacon for your new reality and what you want to create. And you're going to emit those signals, you're sending out those vibes, and like a radio frequency is going out, and the High Priestess is going to say, we're going to call that into us though. So not only are we going to very much express the signal, that Father of Wands, about what we want to attract and create for ourselves, but the High Priestess is going to say, yeah, you're gonna emit those energies and those vibes, and you're gonna step powerfully into that flow. But we're also gonna wait and draw those things to us. We're gonna wait and draw the people that are in alignment with that vision, whether it's new partnerships, new friendships, new business collaborators. And if it's not the shift in like the actual people changing, it could be a shift in the people that we're relating to. So it might be showing up in a new way, and that we're going to ask people to basically come to us and respond to us in that way, from this new place that we're creating from. And it could be very much it could be drawing the circumstances, right? The resources, the help and support. We're going to stay anchored in sort of emitting and radiating that charismatic vibration. We want to step into that energy, right? And be bright in it, and allow that to be what attracts those things that help us co-create the reality that we're trying to step into. So that's the message for this week. Got half a minute here. Trust your new self. So this week is all about letting go of the old stuff, realizing you've gone through a process, and really owning and stepping into the new version of yourself that has been being born, for months now, maybe even years, and allowing that to be sort of the signal that attracts the new people, places, and things that are going to co-create what you want to create for yourself. So I hope this message serves you today and on your journey, and thanks for joining me. I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.